Hello and welcome to today's conversation with Thea and Chrissy of Relationship House. So, today's topic, we're going to be talking about couples who have lost their spark. So, Chrissy, I think you've got some nice stats to lead us into today's conversation with.
Yes, well, yeah, I heard some interesting statistics this week about couples actually only spending 35 minutes a week talking to each other. And it was about 10% of their time in a week that they were in the same room even. So a lot of the time they're actually one handling the kids or the other one on video games or whatever it is. So they're just not spending that much time with each other. And actually 80% of these couples that reported losing their sparks said that fun had come to die. So, they're not having fun anymore. And the quality of the sex, 55% said they weren't satisfied with the quality of the sex. So it has a big impact on the relationship. And I'm certainly seeing that, couples coming to us. With that, they've lost their spark, they're disengaged, they've not got that emotional connection that they used to have.
Yeah, I hear you. I think it's about looking at your relationship and thinking, do we have enough fun in our everyday lives together? Are we having that bit of banter, shared sense of humor, stories, whatever your style is, because we're all different. But are you individually reflecting and thinking, yeah, we overall, I feel I do have fun in my everyday encounters with my partner. I do look forward to my partner coming home and having conversations, sharing updates with my partner. That can be a challenge when partners are both working from home. I have a couple who say for them the challenge is that they're both in the same home. They're working together. They meet in the kitchen for lunch. They'll sit down for an evening meal. And how do you have a conversation about, yeah, what was the most exciting part of your day? Well, it was when we shared a cup of tea in the kitchen. Do you remember that? And it's like, okay, where's anything new or fresh being brought into the conversation? And I think it's interesting that you say about having fun together, because when we do the Gottman relationship checkup questionnaire, one of the key flags that comes up is whether partners feel that they are having enough fun in their relationship or whether it's a challenge area. And what does that look like? And most of my couples will say, yeah, we did have good fun in the early days. And I say, okay, remind yourselves, what did you used to do? Where would you go? What would you do? And they share some amazing ideas and things that they would do in the early days of their relationship. And they will lament and think, yeah, why have I stopped doing that?
Mm.
Did I sacrifice that for the relationship? Was that the right thing to do? Well, I've got responsibilities now and I've got this and I've got that. But I think if we're not careful, I'm not sure what your thoughts are on this, but if we're not careful, if we don't have outside activities, we're not coming home with any adventures or stories to tell because we do everything with our partner. So I don't think it's always essential to do everything with your partner. I think it's also good to have some external interests or activities that we like to do outside of the relationship. So we've got that new information to bring in and share. What
Mm.
I know, what are your thoughts? What do you come up?
Well, definitely when couples come in, to me, I, get them to focus on putting the energy, injecting that energy back into that relationship. It's not going to happen by accident. You're not going to get back there. The longer you are together, the more energy we need, the more intentional we need to be in terms of revitalizing, putting that spark back into our relationship. So, coming to couples therapy can really help support you to know how to do that. And it's different for every couple. So, it's not like we can give you a magic wand to say, just do this and you'll be fine. So, yeah, if you're struggling to get that spark or bring the romance back into your relationship, then do, tap into couples therapy. It can really bring back that spark that you've been missing.
Yeah. Definitely. And we will certainly help you put a spotlight on all the positives in the relationship as well. So sometimes they get drowned out when we get into that negative thinking. So, as Chrissy said, do reach out to us at relationshiphouse.co.uk, and we look forward to meeting you.
Okay.